Welcome to Francis Marion University Softball. We are at the FMU Softball Stadium here on the campus of Francis Marion University in the Griffin Athletic Complex for today's non-conference doubleheader between the Georgia College Bobcats and your Francis Marion University Patriots. The Bobcats come in with a record of 9-15, while your Patriots are 12-11. In the circle for Francis Marion today, junior right-hander Rachel Davis. Davis owns a record of 4-3 with a 2.77 ERA. This will be her 14th appearance, her 11th start. She's thrown 68 and one-third innings, allowed 66 hits, 35 runs, 27 of those earned, 16 walks, 63 strikeouts, and opponents are batting .250 against her. Leading off for the Bobcats here in the top of the first, sophomore center fielder Mackenzie Hoffman. Hoffman out of Rocky Face, Georgia, and a product of Christian Heritage School. Hoffman batting .316 on the season with 12 runs scored, 2 doubles, a triple, 6 RBIs, and a .371 on-base percentage. And she lines the first pitch right into the glove of Ashton Patterson at third.
Now batting number 18, Lauren Summerer.
Next up for the Bobcats, sophomore catcher Lauren Summerer. Summerer batting .037 on the season. She does have a double and 6 RBIs, .206 on base percentage. Patriot defense here for game number 1 of our doubleheader. Left to right in the outfield, it's Carrickson, Gerald, and Smith. Around the infield, Patterson at third, Matzel at short, Nodine at second, Rawson at first, Lauren Smallwood behind the plate, and Rachel Davis in the circle. Umpires for game number 1, Toby Bacante behind the plate, and Haywood Dillahunt on the bases. I'm Michael Hawkins, the Associate Athletic Director for Communication Services here at FMU. Glad to have you along for our doubleheader today. Overcast skies, 73 degrees, and just barely a hint of the wind blowing to the northwest at 3 miles per hour. Two-two pitch upcoming from Davis. Glad to have you along here on this Tuesday afternoon, Patriot Sports Network. And that one misses. Oh, home plate umpire Toby Bacante said that she did swing, and they threw down and retired her at first base. Georgia College head coach Jamie Gradecki questioning whether he made any call when she first swung. And Bacante will now confer with his umpire mate. And Summer will remain a strikeout victim. So there are 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And up will stand Jessica Owens, junior, in the DP position here in game number 1. Owens leads the team with a .444 batting average, 7 runs scored, 9 doubles, a triple, a homer, a team best 16 RBIs, and a .576 on base percentage. Of course, Francis Marion and Georgia College know each other very well. For many, many years, rivals in the Peach Belt Conference. Until this past summer when Francis Marion moved to affiliation in Conference Carolinas. Patriots lead the all-time series 35-34. The difference in the series being a pair of wins last year for the Patriots against the Bobcats. I want to thank our Media Center crew today. Caleb Reeves again directing with Larry Falk and Naquan Jordan. If Owens can extend the inning, first baseman Brooke Locker will be next for Georgia College. Swing and a miss for strike three. Bobcats go 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We've played half an inning here in Florence. No score. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
This is Conference Carolinas.
Back in Florence for the Patriot half of the first inning. Run down the Patriot batting lineup for game number one. Led by third baseman Ashton Patterson, followed by right fielder Katie Smith, left fielder Danielle Carrickson, first baseman Savannah Rawson in the cleanup spot, catcher Lauren Smallwood, the DP Emma Moberg, shortstop Megan Matzel, pitcher Rachel Davis, center fielder Najah Gerald, and Lauren Nodine in the flex position. In the circle for the Bobcats, sophomore right-hander Macy Banks, 5'8" right-hander out of Homer, Georgia, a transfer from Georgia State University. Banks has a 4-6 record with a 3.42 ERA. This is her 15th appearance, her 11th start of the year. She's thrown 61 1/3 innings, allowed 70 hits, 36 runs, 30 of those earned, 22 walks, 44 strikeouts, and opponents are batting .273 against her. Ashton Patterson will lead off for the Patriots, batting .333, 6 doubles, no homers, 8 RBIs, and a .478 on-base percentage. And Patterson has safely reached base in all 23 contests this season, looking to extend that to 24 here this afternoon. Patterson out of Andersonville, Tennessee, a graduate of Union County High School. Played 2 seasons at Carson Newman University before transferring to Francis Marion. This is her 3rd year as a Patriot. She took advantage of the COVID-granted extra year. She was named the Francis Marion Most Valuable Player back in 2020. He is an art education and psychology double major with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. Needless to say, she was a NFCA Scholar Athlete last year. Ground ball to Shell, who throws to Locker at first for out number 1.
Now batting number 14, Katie Smith.
That'll bring up Katie Smith, sophomore right fielder, batting .301. 5 doubles, a triple, no homers, 7 RBIs, and a .397 on base percentage. Excuse me, a .342 on base percentage. That one's fouled off down by the Bobcat bullpen. Two-one pitch from Banks to Katie Smith. Bobcat defense from left to right in the outfield. Bion in left, Hoffman in center, and Kuhn in right. The infield, Chekhov at third, Newberry at short, Shell at second, and Locker at first. Summer behind the plate, and Macy Banks in the circle. And that is ball 4, and the Patriots have their first base runner.
Now batting number 17, Danielle Carrickson.
Danielle Carrickson will stand in next, the senior left fielder, batting .384, 8 doubles, 3 homers, 13 RBIs, .459 on base percentage. That leads the squad. Second on the squad behind Patterson. But a .384 average does lead the Patriots. Carrickson out of Bartow, Florida, and Bartow High School is a biology and psychology double major. She was the Patriots MVP last year in 2021. Banks quickly ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Count is now even to the Patriot right fielder. Patriot left fielder. The right fielder, Katie Smith, is the runner at first base. Popped up in the infield. Shell has a beat on it. Makes the catch just on the edge of the outfield grass for out number 2. That'll bring up the first baseman, Savannah Rawson. Rawson, a junior out of Gilbert, South Carolina, product of Gilbert High School, batting .338 on the season, 2 doubles, and a team-leading totals of 7 homers and 19 RBIs. She leads the squad in slugging at .692 and has a .443 on-base percentage. One 0 pitch from Banks to Rawson is low for ball 2. That's granted through the right side for a base hit. Patterson will look to go to third, and she does successfully. Aggressive base running by the Patriot right fielder, and Francis Marion has runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Now batting number 20.
That'll bring up the catcher, Lauren Smallwood. Smallwood batting .295, 6 doubles, 2 homers, 17 RBIs. That's second best on the squad. .380 on-base percentage. We mentioned the Bobcats 9-15 this year. Just finished up a 3-game Peach Belt Conference series with Young Harris, where the Mountain Lions took the first 2 by scores of 2-1 and 6-4, and the Bobcats salvaged the 3rd game of the series with a 3-2 win. Ground ball left side, smothered by the shortstop Newberry. Long throw is not in time. So Smallwood legs out an infield hit. Smith scores on the play, and the Patriots take an early 1-0 lead.
Now batting number 10, Emma Moberg.
Emma Moberg stands in next with runners at first and second and 2 outs. Moberg, the DP today. Freshman is batting .344, a double, a homer, 7 RBIs, and a .382 on-base percentage. Patriot fans, if you're looking ahead with anticipation, Francis Marion this season, 7-2 when scoring in the first inning and 8-3 when scoring first. So both those numbers bode well for Francis Marion here in game number 1 of our doubleheader. Moberg gets a little piece of it to stay alive. Moberg out of Stokesdale, North Carolina, and a graduate of Northwest Guilford High School. She is a sports management major. Has kind of settled into the DP position here for the Patriots over the last 2-3 weeks. This is her 11th start of the season. Again, has a .344 batting average. Ground ball back to the circle. Banks handles it with ease. And the Patriots are retired, but not before they pick up a run. RBI infield single by Lauren Smallwood. We've played one full inning. Francis Marion leads the Bobcats 1-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swanfox Club is the fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swanfox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Francis Marion University Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Ken Jackson and Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality, including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites, Courtyard by Marriott, Comfort Inn, and Hyatt Place, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, Chick-fil-A, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Florence Toyota, The Waffle House, PD Electric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, McCall Supply Inc., Western Sizzlin Steakhouse, State Credit Union, and Zaxby's.
Now batting number 12, Brooke Locker.
Leading off for the Bobcats here in the top of the second, the first baseman, Brooke Locker. Locker, a sophomore, is batting .200 on the season, 3 doubles, no homers, 7 RBIs, and a .316 on-base percentage. Oh, one pitch is low. Evens up the count at 1-1. Davis breezed through the first inning. As the Bobcats went 1-2-3, Davis had a couple of strikeouts. Right-hander now has 65 strikeouts and 69 1/3 innings pitched. Line drive center field. That'll get down for a base hit in front of Gerald. The Bobcats have their first base runner of the afternoon. That'll bring up Davina Checo, freshman third baseman.
Now batting number 23, Davina Checo.
Checo batting .231, 4 doubles, no homers, 6 RBIs, and a .304 on-base percentage. Checo out of Marietta, Georgia, and Hillgrove High School. Butt in front of the plate. Patterson will throw to Nodine, but Checo completes the sacrifice, moving Locker over to second and into scoring position.
Now batting number 13.
Pitcher will now
Macy
stand in,
Banks.
Macy Banks. Sophomore batting .222, a couple of doubles, 1 RBI, and a .250 on base percentage this season. Decent speed on the base pass for Georgia College as Locker is a perfect 4 for 4 in stolen bases this year. Two-0 pitch from Davis. Line drive center field. Gerald is right there. She's got a chance to double Locker off second, and she does. So the double play completes a 1-2-3 inning once again for the Patriots. We head to the bottom of the second. Francis Marion leads 1-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
Francis Marion University has always put its students first because the very best college education must be both meaningful and affordable. We've frozen tuition for 3 straight years. We've expanded our programs, opening the door to a variety of rewarding careers. Our campus has been recognized as the safest in the state. And now we're providing students with an on-campus healthcare plan that's covered by their existing tuition. This is what every college should be doing. We know one that actually is.
Now batting for the Patriots, number 3, Megan Matzel.
Matzel, Davis, and Gerald due up here in the bottom of the second for Francis Marion. Megan Matzel, junior shortstop, batting .239 on the season. 7 doubles, no homers, 10 RBIs, and a .338 on base percentage. I want to thank Georgia College Sports Information Director Al Weston for helping us gather all the information for today's doubleheader. Ground ball to Shell at second. And Matzel's retired 4-3. That'll bring up the pitcher,
Now
Rachel
batting number
Davis.
11, Rachel Davis.
Davis just 0 for 2 at the plate this season, does have a run scored. Davis out of Mechanicsville, Virginia, and a graduate of Atlee High School. She is a biology major, pre-occupational therapy. She also was named an NFCA Scholar Athlete for 2021. Picket fence on the scoreboard with number 11 at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Foul ball as Davis fouls it off her foot at the plate. Home plate umpire Toby Bacante will dust off home plate and give Davis a few extra seconds to recover. Patriot baseball team in action today as they will play at Lander University. First pitch set for 5 o'clock. Not that we want you to leave our webcast, but if you're interested in following them, there are links to the live stats and the live video on our athletic website at FMUPatriots.com. And that's a 5 o'clock first pitch at Lander University over in Greenwood, South Carolina. Patriot baseball team 13-8 after sweeping a 3-game series from Coker University this past weekend. Fly ball right field. Kuhn makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting number 8, Naja Gerald.
Naja Gerald, the graduate student center fielder, will stand in next. Gerald batting 167, a double, no homers, 4 RBIs, and a 286 on base percentage. Gerald, an all-conference performer in the Peach Belt Conference last year, as she finished up her 4-year career at Flagler College down in St. Augustine, Florida. Chose to come here as a graduate student and take advantage of that extra year of eligibility. Ashton Patterson at the top of the Patriot lineup would be next if Gerald can extend the inning. Gerald ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Right down Palmetto Street for called strike 1. And Banks battles back to run the count full to the Francis Marion center fielder, Naja Gerald. and Banks fans Gerald for the third out. We played 2 full innings. Francis Marion leads Georgia College 1-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
Compassion and commitment have made you a great nurse. Now it's time to take the next step in your career and earn an advanced practice degree. Francis Marion University Nursing is led by great nurses who take teaching seriously. We're recognized as a National Center of Excellence for Teaching Nurses. Francis Marion University. Teaching matters here.
Bottom third of the Bobcat lineup to come to the plate here in the top of the third inning. Kuhn, Newberry, and Shell.
Now batting number 4, Eliza Kuhn.
Kuhn, a freshman right fielder, batting .324. No extra base hits, a 1 RBI, and a .342 on base percentage. Making her 14th start of the season. Kuhn out of Sharpsburg, Georgia, and a graduate of East Coweta High School. There's a base hit into left center field, and Bobcats have a leadoff single. That'll bring up the shortstop,
Now
Sydney
batting number
Newberry.
10, Sydney Newberry.
Newberry's a sophomore, batting .222, 1 double, 1 homer, 5 RBIs, and a .293 on base percentage. Get a good shot of Newberry checking her play card on her arm. Runner going, the bunt is popped up, and this will be an easy double play as Smallwood makes the catch, throws to Nodine to double off the runner. So the bases are empty now with 2 outs for Ashley Shell, the second baseman.
Now batting number 15, Ashley Shell.
Shell batting .185 on the season, a double, no homers, 5 RBIs, and a .250 on base percentage. Georgia College has picked up a couple of singles in each of the last 2 innings, but that runner has been erased on a double play. So to this point in the third, Davis has faced the minimum. Coming into today's game, the Patriots had turned 5 double plays in the first 23 games, but they've recorded 2 already in the early going here. Ashley Shell, 5'8" sophomore out of Cumming, Georgia, from West Forsyth High School. Swing and a miss for strike 3, the third strikeout for Rachel Davis. And once again, the Bobcats go 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the third. FMU leads GC 1-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Francis Marion will return to the FMU softball stadium this weekend for a pair of Conference Carolinas doubleheaders. Patriots will host Lees McRae College on Friday at 4 o'clock and King University out of Bristol, Tennessee, Saturday at 2 o'clock. We'll have all that action for you here on the Patriot Sports Network. The Bobcats, after returning to Milledgeville, will travel to Georgia Southwestern for a 3-game Peach Belt Conference series this weekend. They'll play a single game Friday at 5 and a doubleheader on Saturday at 1 down in Americus, Georgia. Ashton Patterson, 0 for 1, will lead off the Patriot third inning. Ground ball smothered at short by Newberry, but she'll have no play, so an infield single for Ashton Patterson. And that extends her hitting streak to 7 games and her streak of safely reaching base to all 24 games this season.
Now batting number 14, Katie Smith.
Katie Smith will come to the plate. She walked in her first trip, looks to bunt, squares but misses the pitch for strike 1. Smith leads the Patriots with 3 sacrificed bunts this season. Again squares to bunt, pulls the bat back, and now she will hit away, but takes ball 1. Patterson at first, perfect 2 for 2 in stolen bases this season. Smith out of Greenwood, South Carolina, and Greenwood High School. Had a very productive freshman campaign for the Patriots last year. Smith batted .269 in 32 games last year, made 29 starts, drove in 7 runs, was a perfect 7 for 7 in stolen bases, and did not commit an error in playing right field. 2-2 pitch is grounded back to the circle. Banks goes to second, but no one was on the bag, so that'll go as a fielder's choice, and both runners are safe. The shortstop was really the one that was covering. Second baseman was behind the bag, and Banks threw it to the second baseman. Danielle Carrickson will stand in with 2 on and no outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Carrickson 0 for 1. Danielle third on the team in RBIs with 13 through the first 23 games. Good speed on the base pass for the Patriots. Anything hitting the gap could possibly score 2 runs. Savannah Rawson, the Patriots' home run and RBI leader, is in the on-deck circle and will bat next. Count now 3-1 to Carrickson. Outside corner, and the count is full, 3-2. Swung on it, fouled back as Carrickson stays alive. Head coach Stacy Valley handling coaching duties and at third base, and assistant coach Stephanie Bagwell in the first base coaching box. A lot of room in right center field if Carrickson can steer one that direction. As center fielder Hoffman shades toward left. Payoff pitch upcoming again from Banks to Carrickson. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So Savannah Rawson grounded through the right side with a single. Will come to the plate. Her season average now up to 348. Again, she leads the Patriots with 7 homers and 19 runs batted in. Banks now up to 52 pitches, 30 of which have either found the strike zone or been put into play. As she gets the sign from the Bobcat Brain Trust in the dugout. Count to Rawson now 2 balls and no strikes. And the count goes 3-0. Nowhere to put Rawson. Patriots already leading 1-0. RBI single by Lauren Smallwood in the bottom of the first. Called strike 1. Popped up on the infield. That'll be an infield. Well, it's in foul territory. But a great catch by the catcher, Summer, for out number 1. I was going to say that was an infield fly, but it was in foul territory.
Now batting.
But
number
Summer
3,
was up to the
Florence
task and made a nice catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Lauren Small with the catcher. She's 1 for 1. RBI single in the first. As the Patriots look to take advantage of what was once bases loaded, no outs, now bases loaded, 1 out. Smallwood from Waycross, Georgia, and a product of Ware County High School. She is a biology major here at Francis Marion. Another of the Patriots that was named an NFCA Scholar Athlete last season. The Banks now ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bobcat corner outfielders really guarding the line, so to speak, in their defensive setup. Leaves a lot of space in the gaps if Francis Marion can hit one that way. Center fielder Hoffman pretty much straight away in center field. Patterson at third, Smith at second, and Carrickson the runner at first. And the count is now full to Lauren Smallwood. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4, and the Patriots now lead 2-0. The bases loaded walk forces in a run. RBI number 18 of the year, 19 of the year for Smallwood. That ties her for the team lead with Rawson. And her second of the game. And Emma Moberg will now bat with the bases still loaded and 1 out. Freshman DP grounded back to the circle in her first at bat. Her season average now at .333. Ground ball inside the bag, down the left field line. 1 run will score. Here comes Carrickson. She will score well ahead of the throw. On the play, Smallwood will take third, and she hangs onto the bag and is safe. So a 2-run single for Emma Moberg, and the Patriots now lead 4-0. Good base running by Moberg as well, as she took second on the throw. The Patriots still have 2 in scoring position with only 1 out for Megan Matzel. Patriots will employ a pinch runner for Moberg at second as Nodine will go into run for Moberg.
Number 13, Lauren Nodine. And now batting number 3, Megan Matzel.
Matzel 0 for 1, grounded to second base in her first trip to the plate. Banks has struggled to get ahead of the Patriot hitters in this inning. I believe she's missed on the first offering to every one of the Patriots who's come to the plate. Little flare, but foul back of first base. Patriots leading 4-0 as they've scored 3 times here in the bottom of the third inning. Lauren Smallwood has a pair of RBIs on a RBI single and a bases loaded walk, and Emma Moberg a 2-run single here in the third inning. Line drive, base hit, right center field. 1 run will score. Here comes Nodine. The throw home, not in time. Patriots lead 6-0. And that'll bring up the pitcher now, Rachel Davis. Davis flew out to right field, her first at bat. Still looking for her first hit of the season, 0 for 3 at the plate. And it looks like Georgia College head coach Jamie Grodecki may make a change. Conference Carolinas Digital Network, powered by Blue Frame, is the official digital network of Conference Carolinas. It will encompass all original programming from Conference Carolinas. The Conference Carolinas Digital Network is available online at conferencecarolinas.dn.com, as well as on platforms such as Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV. I've got it on my set at home. Mobile devices include iPhone, iPad, and Android. Will also work with the default web browser. Learn more and start watching now on conferencecarolinas.dn.com. As Grodecki goes through the lineup changes with home plate umpire Toby Bacante. So the new pitcher is going to be Caitlin Anders, 5'3" freshman right-hander from Maconda, Illinois, Carbondale High School. Anders, no record. This will be her 6th appearance. Okay, we're finally back. I think we needed Sarah Harkins, the math major from the Patriot dugout, to help us with all those substitutions that time, but I think we're ready to go. As Davis will stand in with 1 out, and Matzel, the runner at first. So Caitlin Anders is the new pitcher for the Bobcats. J.C. Haycraft has gone in to play left field for Georgia College. Jessica Owens, the DP, is now playing first base. The first baseman, Brooke Locker, is now playing third base. The third baseman, Davina Checo, is now catching. Banks, the pitcher, is now the DP. And Anders, the new pitcher, is in the 7th spot for the right fielder, Eliza Kuhn. And the left fielder, Carly Bion, is now playing right field. And if you were able to keep up with all of that, please come out to the stadium and help me keep my book. All that's to say, the Patriots do lead 6-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning and still batting. Little pop to second base, caught by Shell for out number 2.
Now batting number 8, Naja Gerald.
I never let you down, I'ma shine on sight. Keep your mind on the ground and off your mind's alright. Hard off the ball, on the squares. I floated $250,000 cars everywhere I go. I know in the lead it makes me like beat. But no matter what they doing, they don't do it like me. Like the key, I hold it down.
So Naja Gerald will bat as the Patriots have batted around here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gerald 0 for 1, a strikeout victim, her first trip to the plate. Count from Anders to Patriots center fielder. It's 2 balls, no strikes. We mentioned Anders just making her 6th appearance. She's thrown 6 1/3 innings prior to today. 18 hits allowed, 9 runs, 8 earned. No walks, 4 strikeouts. No record to this point. And Gerald draws a 4-pitch walk. So Matzel will move to second. The lineup flips back to the top for Ashton Patterson, who started all this with a single.
Now batting number 15, Ashton Patterson.
She is 1 for 2. Line drive to center field for Patterson is a base hit. The air on the center fielder will allow Patterson to go to second. Patriots now on top, 7-0.
Now batting number 14, Katie Smith.
Katie Smith reached on a fielder's choice earlier this inning and scored a run. That was the play where she grounded back to the pitcher, and the pitcher at the time, Banks, threw to second, but no one was on the bag. Second baseman caught the throw, but she was 2 feet behind the bag, and Patterson was able to beat the throw there, slide in safely. Oh-2 pitch from Anders upcoming to Katie Smith. That completes the book on Macy Banks, the starting pitcher. She goes 2 1/3 innings, allowed 7 runs, all earned on 5 hits, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. She threw 68 pitches. Off-speed pitch is outside. Count now even at 2-2. Again, good speed on the base pass for the Patriots. Any type of hit out of the infield should score 2. Smith is the 11th batter to come to the plate here in the 3rd inning. Patriots have plated 6 runs already. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 3. But a very productive inning for the Patriots. Francis Marion scores 6 times, and FMU leads 7-0 over Georgia College after 3 full innings. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
If there's a prettier place to go to college in the springtime, we don't know about it. Of course, we think it's the place to be all year round. Francis Marion University. Unparalleled beauty, unbeatable affordability, education that will last a lifetime.
Top of the order to come to the plate for the Bobcats here in the top of the 4th inning, Mackenzie Huffman. Hoffman lined to Patterson at 3rd to lead off the game. Hoffman out of Rocky Face, Georgia, and a product of Christian Heritage High School, a sophomore. One of 3 Bobcats in the initial starting lineup that bats from the left side. Again, Davis has only faced the minimum to this point. The Bobcats have a couple of base hits, but both runners were erased on double plays turned by the Patriot defense. Baseball game is underway over at Greenwood between Francis Marion and Lander. Brock Rogers got the start for Francis Marion today. Senior right-hander. Lander has plated 1 run in the bottom of the first, so the Bearcats lead 1-0. Grounded back to Davis, and Huffman is retired. And that'll bring up J.C. Haycraft. Her first at-bat since coming into the game defensively in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Haycraft batting .214 on the season. No extra base hits, 2 RBIs, and a .283 on-base percentage. Haycraft out of Louisville, Georgia. Thomas Jefferson Academy. A freshman. Count now 2-2. And that one is lined softly into Patterson's glove at 3rd for out number 2. That'll bring up Jessica Owens. Began the game as the DP, now playing first base.
Number 24, Jessica Owens.
She's 0 for 1, was a strikeout victim in the 1st inning. Congratulations to the Francis Marion men's tennis team, ranked number 34 in the latest ITA Division II national poll. Patriots are 6-2 this season. Both Francis Marion tennis teams will open their Conference Carolinas schedule this weekend at Chowan University in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. First serve, 2 o'clock on Saturday. Ground ball to Matzel at short. And Owens is retired for out number 3. Bobcats go 1-2-3 once again. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Francis Marion leads Georgia College 7-0. This is the Patriot Sports Network. Yes, support Francis Marion University Athletics by joining the Swamp Fox Club. Details are available
Now
on the
batting number
website,
17,
FMUpatriots.com. Click Donate on the top menu bar. That's join the Swamp Fox Club and support Francis Marion University Athletics. Danielle Carrickson will lead off the Patriot fourth inning. Carrickson 0 for 1. Popped out to the second baseman in the first inning, walked and scored a run in the third inning. Her season average now at .378. And she is facing for the first time Caitlin Anders. So the revised Bobcat defense, if I've got this correctly, is Haycraft in left, Hoffman in center, Beon in right, Locker at third, Newberry at short, Shell at second, Owens at first, Checo behind the plate, and Anders in the circle. Fly ball right field, Beon retreating near the line, makes the catch right on the line for out number 1.
Now batting 00, Savannah Rawson.
So the first baseman, Savannah Rawson, will come to the plate. Rawson 1 for 2, a single, and fouled out to the catcher. Her season average now at .343. Savannah out of Gilbert, South Carolina, and Gilbert High School. Her third year here at Francis Marion. Two-one pitch up coming from Anders. Led up, misses outside. Count now 3-1. Lauren Smallwood is in the on-deck circle and will be next. Your Patriots 7 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Georgia College no runs on 2 hits with 1 error. And Rawson draws a 1-out walk. That'll bring up Smallwood. Smallwood 1 for 1 with a pair of RBIs. RBI single in the first and a bases loaded walk to drive in a run in the third inning. And the Patriots will employ a pinch runner for Rawson. Jayla King will run for Rawson at first base. King, a 5'4" freshman out of Grapevine, Texas, and Grapevine High School. Graphic design major here at Francis Marion. Appearing in her 12th game. Has scored 4 runs this season. Anders gets the sign, and here's the 0-1 pitch to Smallwood. Catches the inside corner. The count now 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Smallwood is down on strikes. That will bring up Emma Moberg as she'll be reinserted in the DP position, with Nodine returning to the flex position.
Now batting number 10, Emma Moberg.
Moberg 1 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher, and a 2-run single in the 3rd inning. RBIs 8 and 9 on the year for Moberg. Her season average now at 353. Let up, popped in the air, shallow center field. Center fielder Hoffman, miscommunication, that's going to fall for a base hit. As Hoffman looked like she had it, or second baseman Shell looked like she had it, but gave way to the on-charging center fielder Hoffman, and then she could not get to it. So a base hit for Moberg, and they're runners on the corners with 2 outs. Megan Matzel stands in 1 for 2, ground out and a 2-run single. Her season average now 246. Those were RBIs 11 and 12 on the year for the junior shortstop. Matzel was an all-conference performer last year in the Peach Belt for Francis Marion. Of course, Francis Marion now is a member of Conference Carolinas going forward. (0-2) pitch to Matzel. Line drive, snared by the second baseman Shell. Nice catch for out number 3. So the Patriots strand a couple of base runners We head to the top of the fifth. Francis Marion leads 7-0. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
This is Conference Carolinas.
Middle of the order due up for Georgia College here in the fifth. Spots 4, 5, and 6. Locker, Checo, and Banks. Once again, Rachel Davis has only faced the minimum here through 4 innings. Two Bobcat base runners. Both are raced on double plays. Locker 1 for 1. She was one of those who got a base hit and later doubled off second on the line drive to center field. Davis has thrown only 45 pitches to this point, 26 of which have either found the strike zone or been put into play. She's walked no one, given up 2 hits, and struck out 3. Ground ball to Nodine at second, and Locker is retired, 4-3. Conference Carolinas has a rich tradition and roots that dates back to its early initial inception on December 6, 1930. Conference Carolinas believes in the development and formation of the whole person in body, mind, and soul. Our students are nationally recognized for their extraordinary success in the classroom, in the community, and at the highest levels of NCAA competition. Please visit conferencecarolinas.com to learn more about Conference Carolinas. Davina Checo, now the catcher, will stand in. She is 0 for 0, as she delivered a sacrifice bunt in her first trip back in the second inning. Checo, a freshman out of Marietta, Georgia, Hillgrove High School. Came into the game today batting .231. That remains the same with her sacrifice. That one ripped foul. Off the facade by the Patriot dugout. Ground ball snared by Patterson at third, the long throw. And Checo is retired for the second out. Nice play by Patterson at third base. So Macy Brooks, the starting pitcher today. Now the DP will stand in. Brooks 0 for 1, lined into a double play back in the second inning. Hard hit ball to center field that Gerald then doubled the runner off a second. Popped in the air on the first pitch. Patterson calls for it in foul territory, and she makes the catch for out number 3. So once again, the Bobcats go 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Francis Marion leads 7-0 over Georgia College. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
The Swamp Fox Club is a fundraising arm of the Francis Marion University Athletic Department, and it supplies assistance to all 14 intercollegiate sports. On behalf of the student athletes at Francis Marion, I would like to thank all those who are members of the Swamp Fox Club for their support.
Thank you.
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 Now batting number 11.
Rachel Davis will lead off the 5th inning for the Patriots. Three-one pitch to Rachel Davis. So if I can give you the changes now, Bella Carnes is now playing right field for the Bobcats. Eliza Kuhn has re-entered, and she is playing center field. And Caitlin Hobbs is the new second baseman. Fouled at the plate, and Davis remains alive as she's still looking for her first hit of the season. Oh for 2 here in this game and 0 for 4 for the season. Line drive right at the shortstop. Nice catch by Newberry. Davis hit it well, but right at the shortstop.
Now batting number 8, Naja Gerald.
Naja Gerald will stand in now. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Season average now 164. Anders misses outside. Count now 2-0 to the Patriots center fielder. Gerald out of Orlando, Florida, University High School. 4-year letter winner at Flagler College, all conference last year before transferring to Francis Marion. The count runs to 3-1. Again, this is game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 will follow approximately 30 minutes after the conclusion of this game. We'll have it for you here on the Patriot Sports Network. Alex Wober will bring you the action for game number 2. And Gerald takes her second walk of the day. And that'll flip the lineup back to the top, and Ashton Patterson. Patterson 2 for 3
Now batting number 15,
with an
Ashton
RBI.
Patterson.
Has extended her streak of safely reaching base to all 24 games this season. Her hitting streak is now at 7 games as well. Popped up on the right side. First baseman Owens in foul territory will make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Katie Smith, the right fielder.
Now batting number
Smith
14,
0 for 2 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Gerald running on the pitch, and she is safe with the stolen base. Her third of the season in 3 attempts. So Gerald now in scoring position with 2 outs. She represents the winning run or the game-ending run if she were to come across. Line drive to the shortstop, fielded on 1 hop, and Smith is thrown out. Patriots pick up a walk, but that runner is stranded at second. We played 5 full innings. Francis Marion leads Georgia College 7-0. This is the Patriot Sports Network.
Francis Marion University has always put its students first because the very best college education must be both meaningful and affordable. We've frozen tuition for 3 straight years. We've expanded our programs, opening the door to a variety of rewarding careers. Our campus has been recognized as the safest in the state. And now we're providing students with an on-campus healthcare plan that's covered by their existing tuition. This is what every college should be doing. We know one that actually is.
Francis Marion University Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Adidas, Circle Park Behavioral Health Services, McLeod Regional Medical Center, Ken Jackson Remax Professionals, Pepsi, McDonald's, Rains Hospitality, including Fairfield Inn, Spring Hill Suites, Courtyard by Marriott, Comfort Inn, and Hyatt Place, King Cadillac Buick GMC, McLeod Sports Medicine, Chick-fil-A, State Farm and Agent Jim Stewart, Quincy Steakhouse, Little Caesars, La Quinta Inn and Suites, KFC and Arby's, Florence Toyota, The Waffle House, PD Electric Cooperative, Sparrow and Kennedy Tractor Supply, McCall's Supply Inc., Western Sizzle and Steakhouse, State Credit Union, and
Now
Zaxby's.
batting number 4, Eliza Kuhn.
Bottom 3 in the Bobcat lineup to bat here in the 6th inning: Kuhn, Newberry, and Hobbs. Kuhn 1 for 1. She singled back in the 3rd, but was erased on a double play. Kuhn out of Sharpsburg, Georgia. Ground ball through the left side. That's a base hit, and the Bobcats have a leadoff runner here in the 6th inning. And Kuhn is 2 for 2. That'll bring up the shortstop, Sydney Newberry. Newberry
Now batting number 10,
bunted into a double
Sydney
play.
Newberry.
She's 0 for 1. Popped the bunt up where it was caught by Lauren Smallwood, and the runner was double off of first base. Newberry out of Springfield, Georgia, and Effingham County High School. 5'7" sophomore, bats from the right side. Wants to make sure she's got the sign right from Coach Grodecki. Foul back over toward the baseball stadium. Speaking of, checking the baseball action over in Greenwood, Francis Marion trails Lander now 2-0. Top of the 4th inning. Runner goes, throw down to second. And not in time, according to base umpire Haywood Dillahunt. Good throw from Smallwood. Appeared to have beaten the runner, but Kuhn got her foot in before the tag. Stolen base number 5 of the season for Kuhn. She has been caught 1 time. Count to Newberry now 1-1. Line drive. Gets by Nodine at second. Hit. And that's going to be scored a hit as Nodine went to her knees but was unable to spear the liner.
Now batting number 2.
So Newberry has
Caitlin Hobbs.
her first hit of the afternoon, and the Bobcats have runners at second and third now for Caitlin Hobbs. This is her first at-bat after entering the game. Hobbs, a 5'5" senior, bats from the right side. She's from Thomasville, Georgia. Came to Georgia College from Tallahassee Community College. Squares to bunt. Takes the strike. And Newberry steals second on the play. So the Bobcats have runners at second and third now with nobody out here in the top of the 6th, trailing Francis Marion 7-0. Hobbs on the season only 1 for 21. However, that one hit was a 2-run homer. And that time, Dillahunt said she did go around, so the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-2, excuse me. Line drive, left field, that's a base hit. 1 run will score. Here comes Newberry. The throw from Carrickson hits the runner, and Newberry scores. So a 2-run single for Hobbs, and the Bobcats are now within 7-2. RBI's 3 and 4 on the season for Hobbs. And that'll flip the lineup back to the top
Number 3,
for Bella Carnes. This is Carnes' first at-bat since entering the game as a replacement in the outfield. Carnes batting .280 on the season. No extra base hits, 1 RBI, and a .308 on base percentage. Right-hander Janicia Hemingway trots down to the Francis Marion bullpen and will start warming up. Davis has only thrown 66 pitches to this point and had faced the minimum through the first 5 innings. Bunted, fielded by Patterson. And Carnes is retired at first base on what will go down as a sacrifice bunt. Hobbs moves to third on the play.
Now batting number 20, J.C. Haycraft.
So J.C. Haycraft will come to the plate for her second at-bat. 0 for 1 with a line out to third. One-two pitch upcoming to Haycraft. Caitlin Hobbs is the Georgia College runner at third with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Called strike 3 outside corner for out number 2. Strikeout number 4 of the afternoon for Rachel Davis, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Jessica Owens. Owens 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. As Davis looks to get out of the inning without any further damage. Nice stop by Smallwood. Holds Hobbs, the runner, at third. That ball was in the dirt for ball 2. Three balls now to the Bobcat first baseman. And there's a called strike. And Davis battles back to a full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Davis strikes out the last 2 batters, but the Bobcats pick up a couple of runs here in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. FMU leads GC 7-2. This is the Patriots Sports Network.
Compassion and commitment have made you a great nurse. Now it's time to take the next step in your career and earn an advanced practice degree. Francis Marion University Nursing is led by great nurses who take teaching seriously. We're recognized as a National Center of Excellence for Teaching Nurses. Francis Marion University. Teaching matters here.
Danielle Carrickson leads off the Patriots' 6th inning. Carrickson 0 for 2 with a walk. Has scored 1 run today. Ground ball off the shortstop's glove into center field for a base hit. So Carrickson leads off the Patriots 6th with a single, and that'll bring up Savannah
Now
Rawson.
batting 0-0, Savannah Rawson.
Rawson 1 for 2 with a walk. Rawson has now been tied by Lauren Smallwood for the team lead in RBIs with 19. Caitlin Anders continues in the circle for the Bobcats. She's now thrown 47 pitches since coming in relief of starter Macy Banks. Banks and FMU starter Rachel Davis are the pitchers of record at this point. Anders gets the sign and readies for the 1-2 offering to Rawson. Grounded foul. Pass head coach Stacy Valley down the left field line. Reminder, this is just game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 to follow about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. Over in Greenwood, the Patriots have posted a run in the top of the 4th, now trail Lander in the baseball game 2-1 as the Bearcats bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Rawson strikes out for out number 1 here in the 6th.
Now batting.
That'll bring up Lauren Smallwood.
Smallwood.
Smallwood 2 for 2 with a bases loaded walk. She's driven in 2 runs. 1 for 2. RBI single in the 1st, bases loaded walk in the 3rd, and struck out in the 4th. Season average now at .302. Hit in the air to center field. Kuhn back a couple steps will make the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up the DP, Emma Moberg. Moberg,
Now batting number
2
10,
for 3.
Emma Moberg.
Pair of singles, 2 runs driven in. Her season average now up to .371. One-zero pitch to Moberg. Called strike 1. Runner going from first, the throw down, not in time, and Carrickson has a stolen base. Stolen base number 2 on the season for Danielle. She's now in scoring position with 2 outs for Moberg. Let up pitch was a little high. Moberg let it go for ball 3. And Moberg draws the 2-out walk. So we're 2 on with 2 out for Megan Matzel. Matzel 1 for 3. Her hit was a 2-run single. Matzel scatters the Patriots in the dugout as she hits that off the netting in front of the dugout. Matzel earned all conference honors last year for Francis Marion when the Patriots were in the Peach Belt Conference. Led the team in hitting. Pulled foul over by the batting cages behind the Patriot bullpen. Danielle Kerrickson, the runner at second, and Emma Moberg, the runner at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Patriots leading Georgia College 7-2. Game 1 of our non-conference doubleheader here in Florence. Matzel out of Indian Trail, North Carolina, and Porter Ridge High School. She is a biology major. Fly ball at a play on the right side. Two-two pitch. Lined foul. Hit that one hard over by the batting cages. So she's fouled off to the left side, fouled off to the right side, fouled off to the left side. That one's hit to right field. Carnes over, makes the running catch just shy of the track to retire the side. Patriots strand a pair of base runners. We head to the 7th. Francis Marion leads Georgia College 7-2. This is the Patriots Sports Network. Good news from the baseball field over in Greenwood, South Carolina, as the Patriots have tied it up in the top of the 5th inning, 2-2 with Lander. Nafis Llanos with a solo homer to right field to tie the score at 2. Earlier in the game, Francis Marion senior third baseman Todd Maddox had a base hit. That extends his streak of safely reaching base to 65 consecutive games dating back to 2020. Patriots are still batting in the top of the 5th. And tied with Lander 2-2 in non-conference baseball action. Here we're in the top of the 7th. The Bobcats down to their final 3 outs, trailing Francis Marion 7-2. Brooke Locker will lead it off. Locker 1 for 2. as Rachel Davis looks to record her 5th complete game of the season. To this point, she's allowed 2 runs, both earned on 5 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. Locker, 5'7" sophomore out of Sewanee, Georgia, North Gwinnett High School. Davis now up to 81 pitches, 47 of which have either found the strike zone or been put into play. Count now 3-1 to the Bobcat third baseman. Payoff 3-2 pitch from Davis. Hit pretty well to right center field. Katie Smith on her horse near the track. Dives, cannot make the catch. The ball's up against the wall. Locker rounding second. And she will pull into third with the stand-up triple. Good effort by both Gerald, the center fielder, and Smith, the right fielder, but neither one of them could get to it. And it one-hopped the fence for a leadoff triple. That will bring up the catcher, Davina Checo.
Davina Checo.
Checo 0 for 1 with the sacrifice bunt. Ball's in the dirt, but nice stop by Smallwood. For Newberry, her first triple of the season. Your Patriots 7 runs on 8 hits with no errors. The Bobcats 2 runs on 6 hits with 1 miscue. Ground ball to Matzel at short. She looks the runner back and throws out Checo at first.
Now batting number 13, Macy Banks.
That'll bring up the DP, Macy Banks. Banks started the game in the circle pitching. She is 0 for 2 at the plate. Popped up, foul territory over near the Patriot dugout. Patterson makes the catch. Nice play. Reaching into the Francis Marion dugout to make the out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Eliza Kuhn.
Eliza Kuhn.
Kuhn, 2 for 2. Pair of singles and a run scored. Bobcats down to their last out. Again, we got game 2 of the doubleheader coming up in about 30 minutes. After this, the Patriots will be back in action on Friday at 4 o'clock as they host Lees-McRae College for a doubleheader. And then they'll host King University out of Bristol, Tennessee on Saturday for a conference doubleheader. That will begin at 2 o'clock. We'll have all the action from both those twin bills here on the Patriot Sports Network. After today, Georgia College goes to Americus, Georgia this weekend for a 3-game series with Georgia Southwestern University. Count to Kuhn, now 2-1. Grounded front of the circle. Patterson with the strong throw, and the ball game is over. Bobcats pick up a leadoff triple, but that runner is stranded at third. Final score, Francis Marion 7, Georgia College 2. Winning pitcher for your Patriots, Rachel Davis. She improves to 5-3. Losing pitcher for Georgia College, Macy Banks. She drops to 4-7. For your Patriots, top hitters, Emma Moberg with a couple of hits and 2 RBIs. Megan Matzel with a big 2-run single. And Lauren Smallwood plated a pair of runs with an RBI single and a bases-loaded walk. And Ashton Patterson at the top of the order with two hits, a run scored, and a run driven in. She extended her streak of safely reaching base to all 24 games this season. Patriots improved to 13-11 on the year. Georgia College drops to 9-16. That's it for game number 1. We'll take about a 30-minute break. Please come back and join us. And in particular, you'll be joining Alex Wilbur for the action from the second game of our doubleheader. Take a 30-minute break. This is the Patriot Sports Network.